you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing, is Chanel purposely trying to sell faulty items? So I thought this was interesting because I've been seeing a little bit of discourse on YouTube about, faulty goods. I've seen different videos where they've shared faulty goods, and I've seen the general comments about quality has gone down and the prices, as we all know, have gone up and up and up so much. So I actually had an experience with this when I got my Chanel bag almost 2 years ago now, and I thought nothing of it at the time, but because of all of the evidence I've seen online, I wanted to do a video about this because I think it's so interesting. So I'm gonna start by sharing my experience with you guys, and then I'm gonna share a couple of other examples I found online, and then talk about how I feel about it all. So first, basically, when I went into Chanel to get my classic flap, this experience wasn't particularly very luxurious, I will say. I had to wait in line for about 30 minutes, and then when I was there, the store was quite busy, but they did set me up with an essay right away. At first, I tried on a couple of boy bags, and then I said, no, I want the classic flap. I'm here for the classic flap. I've been planning for this day. I'm so excited. I'm getting the classic flap. So I was just like, I just want black, lambskin, gold hardware. I already knew what I wanted. And at first she brought out a classic flap. So I will show you an example. So this is my classic flap, and this is the medium in the lambskin. So she brought out this bag, right? Not this one yet, but she brought out this bag, and it had a crease underneath so much that the bag was actually like concaving in. And this is the bag she brought out to sell to me. And I was like, and at the time, I still remember because I'm good with numbers, it was 87.50 Canadian before tax for this bag. And she was trying to sell me a bag that was totally like concaved inside. And I was like, what is this? I was like, no, have another model, please. And she's like, oh, I'll have to go check. There might not be another one. I was like, well, I'm not buying this. Like, this is not the quality that I would expect for this much money. And it's also my first experience. Why would I want a damaged bag ever anyways, regardless if I was a huge Chanel shopper or not? So she brought out a second bag. The second bag had like weird wrinkling on the side of one flap, and it looked like really just weird, and it looked like really worn, and then there was some extra damage like on the sides as well. Like, it just looked like a used bag, and I was like, are you guys serious right now? But I really didn't think anything of it because I was too excited. But since I've seen these other videos, I thought I would mention it. Finally, she had to go downstairs, and I had to wait like 20 minutes. She had to get it from the warehouse and bring me what is my classic flap. Now, since I've had it for almost 2 years, I'm not sure why, but it has developed, I don't know if you can tell, this little crease just here. And apparently you can steam this out, but I'm honestly terrified to try it because I don't want to ruin this bag. I've watched people doing it even to Hermes bags, literally like steaming them and putting a cloth on it and then using steam like multiple times with a leather conditioner and getting the crease out. I'm just too scared to do it. I need to do more research on this. But finally she brought me the perfect bag, and considering it's almost 2 years, it hasn't scratched really at all. It's still in great condition. For lambskin, I was worried because everyone was warning me, don't get the lambskin, you're gonna be, worrying about it all the time, but it's honestly fine. I'm quite gentle with it. I store it properly. But can you believe that even 2 years ago, she was trying to sell me 2 faulty bags? And this bag, again, was very expensive. And she was trying to sell me a bag that was clearly concaved and then one with a big like leather wrinkle on the side. I was just like, what is this? So really crazy. I also saw recently in Sophie Shohet, she was doing a shopping vlog. I didn't include the footage. And she saw a Chanel boy wallet, and the flap was totally crooked. And that was just on the sales floor. It was just totally crooked. And they were trying to sell this. And it's nuts because I've seen people's videos where they say, yeah, the essay said they can't see a defect. They can't see anything wrong with it. Like, what? Sophie Shohet also put a couple of Chanel unboxings. I don't know if she's since returned these items. They were SLGs, I think mini vanity cases, and the zippers were totally crooked, and one of them had like too much material on the top, too much on the bottom, and it was like all wonky. And she paid full price for these items. Like, isn't that insane? I'm not sure if she ordered them somehow through an essay and had them delivered, but I don't see her leaving the store with it like that. I'm not sure what happened, but they were totally just defective. Like, they should not be selling those bags, especially for the high prices they charge and all of the increases that they're doing. Like, this is nuts. I saw also Romina Rose May. She's had a very interesting Chanel experience lately. I would highly recommend you go to her channel. I'll link it below. She had a very interesting experience where she was told not to film in a Chanel store, and it was very intimidating, and the manager was not professional. And that's a really good video, so I'll link it below for you to watch. But she said while she was looking for this, I think it was the Chanel 22 bag, one of the logos on that bag was completely crooked. And she said to the SA, can't you tell that it's crooked? Like, this looks defective, this looks defective. And the guy was like, no, 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 it's fine. So it's really weird to me that it seems like there's so many cases of this. And even there's been pairs of Chanel jewelry that's been found on the website of the costume jewelry, costs up to, you know, $1,000+ that they have missing stones. And the Chanel team have, you know, inspected these pieces, they have photographed them, and at least if it's missing, like, Photoshop the stone on, you know what I mean? If you don't want to go and redo the shoot, Photoshop a stone on. Come on, you're Chanel, you can afford this type of thing. So I just think this is really interesting. You don't seem to have any sort of policies in place with the SAs that are, you know, inspecting the goods before they put them on the sales floor. It seems like they're just trying to put them on the sales floor and then deceptively tell people, oh, I can't see anything wrong with it. But they just keep putting up their prices, and I'm sorry, but as much as we're all annoyed about, you know, Hermes journeys in the Hermes game, you never see this about Hermes, or I haven't noticed it anyways, about quality issues. You really don't see anything seriously wrong. You don't see any footage of Hermes defects, things like this. Part of it maybe because they don't let you film in the store, but Hermes is known to be amazing quality. So it's just kind of really too bad, especially for, you know, the luxury lovers and anyone that's into fashion, that, you know, if you go into a Chanel boutique nowadays, there could be defective items, and there could also be deceptive salespeople that are trying to convince you to buy these products when really they should not be on the floor. They should be sent back, they should be repaired, or they should be not sold at all until they are corrected, or the other model is brought in that represents the quality, because that is the quality of the brand. And the salespeople should be trained to recognize defects and be like, we can't sell this, we need to pull this off the floor, send it back to Paris, get it fixed, because this is not what our brand stands for. You know what I mean? And I just think with all these price increases, like, it's just really not painting a good picture. And a lot of people in the luxury community, there's so many videos why I'm not buying Chanel anymore, why I don't support Chanel. I still honestly love Chanel. I haven't bought anything from them in a while. I would love to, though. I would love to own a few more items, but it's a thing as well with the quality and the price increases, and it doesn't really seem like you're getting more for the quality. My grandma told me that Chanel used to be gold-plated hardware in the 90s, and the bags back then were like, what, $1,500 or something? They were much less than they are now, and you got gold plating with your gold hardware, and now it is not the case. So I find it really interesting that they keep raising the prices and the quality isn't really reflective of that. So I would love to know if anyone watching this video is a Chanel customer and you have a lot of Chanel bags, what your experience has been, if you've noticed any defective items, or if any of your items had defects as well. And I would love to interact with you about that. I know it's a short one today, but I just wanted to do a quick little story time and, yeah, just get your thoughts on this topic. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.